Sono Manuel Di Geronimo, Spartan Racer, coach SGX, laureato in scienze motorie ed osteopata. In questi video vi racconterò tutto sul mondo Spartan e OCR. Scoprirete insieme a me tutti i segreti dello sport più bello della terra. Non esistono ostacoli troppo grandi, esistono solo motivazioni troppo piccole. Ok, ciao ragazzi, qui Manuel Di Geronimo. Oggi siamo con una grandissima persona, Wetzel, una delle migliori atlete statunitensi. Ieri è arrivata a 16ª al mondiale, ma soprattutto una grande donna. Thank you, Rose, for your time. You're amazing. Just for the few talks that we made. The first question that I want to make is that I met you last year. It was nice. When I met you in the race, I was like, hey, what are you doing? You became a mom. Say, yes. And how old is your baby? 2 months. And you were just back in the beast. And this was for me impressive because it was amazing. And this year, you were yet in the 16th place. How changed the life with a baby like a sporting athlete?
Yes, well, thank you for having me, first off. And it's so different being a parent because anyone else out there who is a parent knows that your life is so much different. Your priorities are different. And being able to find not just the time, but the energy to work out after you're awake, feeding a baby in the middle of the night multiple times, and then changing their diaper and feeding them and loving them. And it's such a time commitment having a child. It's wonderful, but it's also hard at times. And then to think, oh, I need to go for a 2-hour run to prepare to run the beast is sometimes just really challenging. And it just takes a really strong desire to do it and to do well. And I feel like I've been able to keep that motivation because I love being out here. I love racing. I love pushing myself. And I love being at the Spartan World Championships especially, which is why I still came after only 2 months after having a baby, because I love being able to meet all the international athletes, and I love that it's a hard race, and it makes me go way out of my comfort zone, and it makes me stronger physically and mentally.
Ok, allora ragazzi, la prima domanda che gli ho chiesto, vi spiego come ho conosciuto Rose. L'anno scorso la trovai qui a Tahoe e dissi, ma tu che ci fai qua? Cioè, corri la pista? Sì. Quanto ha tua figlia? 2 mesi. Porca miseria, questa dopo 2 mesi già stava correndo. E oggi, dopo che la figlia ha 14 mesi, you have a daughter, right?
Daughter.
Ok, è arrivata a 16ª ai mondiali e ho chiesto come fa una donna diventata madre a riuscire a fare, a competere a questi livelli, ad allenarsi. Lei mi ha detto che insomma le priorità cambiano, deve stare a dover coccolare la figlia, svegliarsi per la notte per la figlia, e tutto questo deve trovare l'energia mentale e fisica di andare a correre 2 ore per prepararsi per una pista. Non è una cosa da tutti, però dice lei ama le gare, soprattutto i mondiali, ed è per questo che è qui ed è riuscita a farlo. Ok, so how much you train right now? So every day?
Yeah, I'm training every day. Some days are really hard and intense, and some days are easier recovery days. But
How long? 2 hours?
Some days are 2 hours on average. Sometimes only 1 hour, or 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening. Sometimes I'll pick up my baby and lift her up and try to do some core work with my baby, so that I'm playing with her and working out at the same time.
And when you work out, with who is the baby?
Tim, her dad.
Oh, perfect. Ok, la prima domanda gli ho chiesto quanto ti alleni? Si allena every day or?
Every day.
Ok,
Yeah.
si allena 7 giorni su 7 e a questo si aggiunge il fatto che si allena all'una, le 2 ore al giorno. C'è da dire che comunque riesce a trovare il tempo di allenarsi lasciando la figlia comunque al marito, ma si allena tutti i giorni. And tell me, did you put in your training plan your daughter? For example, Robert, Killian carry the daughter for go to work. I'm planning to biking with my baby that is 8 months. Are you doing that or not?
Yes, my favorite thing to do is I put my baby in a bucket and I do a bucket carry around the block, and then it's a great way to meet my new neighbors because I just moved to Colorado, and my baby loves being in the bucket and she waves at people.
So you put in the bucket?
In the bucket,
These
yes.
are wonderful. How, and her weight is?
She's 16 pounds. You got to try it.
That's wonderful. Ok, my baby is almost the same. It's one. Ok, la prima, praticamente io ho chiesto, essendo madre, sei riuscita a mettere la figlia anche nei tuoi allenamenti? Per esempio Robert Killian porta la figlia dietro di sé e lei ha detto sì, l'allena, si allena con la figlia, soprattutto quello che fa, la mette in un bucket carry, gira per il palazzo, per il blocco dove si è trasferita ora in Colorado per fare i vicini, la figlia è felicissima e lei così si allena, ed è 16 pounds la figlia, quindi è una cosa spettacolare. The message really important that I would love that you share is because in Europe we don't have too many women that running, and what you are not just a great racer, you are a symbol because you are a symbol that moms can race and can be in a great level, that the baby is not just an obstacle, take you out the best energy, and more than everything can let you train different.
Yes, and more fun. I mean, baby in a bucket, never before has bucket carrying been fun,
Yeah.
but when I have my little baby's face in front of me, it's actually fun. So
I will copy this strategy.
yes, I feel like a lot of women do think they have to wait until they are done racing in order to have a baby. And then they wait a long time, and then sometimes it's hard to have a baby. And I want to show women that you don't necessarily have to wait. It's hard. It's not easy to come
not
back
easy.
after having a baby. But if you really, truly want to race and you really, truly want to be a mom, it is possible to do both. If you have a good support system, my husband is amazing. He's really supportive. That's helpful. But at the same time, just if you have that desire, you can do it if you're willing to put in the work.
That's wonderful. Ok, quello che io dicevo a Rose era questo, il messaggio principale, che Rose non è solamente una grande atleta, però è un simbolo per tutte le mamme che infatti i figli possono non solo essere madri, ma possono essere atleti anche a grande livello. E lei quello che mi ha detto soprattutto si diverte tanto, che è una cosa che non tutti possono fare, è una cosa spettacolare, e dice se hai un supporto come lei per esempio, un ottimo marito o qualcuno, non per forza essere madre vuol dire stare a casa. This is wonderful, and I would love that you understand that, because this is a huge message that I want the people to know, that you can be sportive if you are a mom. Mom is not sportive, and you would be a great example for your daughter.
Well, that's another thing, thank you, is that I had a really hard time coming back in the first probably 6 to 7 months after having a baby. And I moved and I had some postpartum depression, that stuff runs in my family. And it was hard. Sometimes I wondered if I was ever going to get back. My runs were slow, I was tired, but I kept pushing through it and I kept just going for the run. Fine, I'll take my watch off. I won't know how slow I'm going. I had to do things like that. And my little daughter, her little eyeballs, she was watching me. And she might not have really understood what was going on, but she saw me continue to work toward my goal, even when it was hard. And now she can see me reaching my goals again. And I know that that's an important lesson that you can't learn in a classroom or on a screen.
That's wonderful. Quello che dicevo che non è solamente una cosa importante è il fatto che gareggi, ma il fatto che gareggia è anche un ottimo esempio per la figlia, perché potrà dimostrare che insomma essere una grande atleta è una cosa bella. E lei quello che dice è che è una cosa che percepisce, ed è fin dai primi momenti, quando ha avuto problemi, ha avuto anche depressione post-parto, allenarsi era difficile perché non riusciva ad avere un ottimo ritmo, correva lentamente, toglieva l'orologio per andare a correre, riusciva a percepire questa situazione di difficoltà, ma è riuscita a superarla. E dice, mia figlia nonostante fosse piccola mi guardava con i suoi 2 piccoli occhi, e ad oggi può capire che sono riuscita ad arrivare a questi obiettivi. So, like a mother, what is your goal? Still continue to race and bring the baby to racing?
Well, I do. So far, the best races I've had have been the ones that she's at. So I won the Breckenridge in Colorado sprint, and my baby was there. And a couple other times she's been at races, and I feel like just seeing her there gives me energy. And she knows how to clap now and say yay, and it's adorable. So I would like to just show her what it looks like to work hard, to persevere, to keep going even when you aren't quite hitting your goals. And then when you finally do hit your goals, and I've got some big goals for the OCR World Championship coming up in next year, then she can see how wonderful it is to really use your talent well and pursue your passion.
La cosa bella è che dice che lei, gli ho chiesto se insomma avrà intenzione di continuare a gareggiare, lei mi ha detto che ha intenzione di gareggiare, e la cosa positiva dice che quando c'è la figlia alle gare si sente estremamente più motivata, più energia, e questa la porta a dover far meglio, perché dice adesso che sua figlia riesce anche ad applaudire e a dire vai mamma, cioè lei si sente molto meglio, ed è una cosa che vuole insegnare, che ad avere forza, a superare gli ostacoli e continuare. This is a huge message, not only for your daughter, but it's for the woman, because I'm talking with many great athletes. What is coming out is that, for example, Alisa, also some of my friends from Italy, that women that start to challenge with themselves in this race, they understood they are stronger than I can imagine. And, and you can, I saw my wife give a birth, and I can say, I was dying. And I didn't do nothing. You know, I was just maintaining the hands. And the women are 15 times stronger than men. And one woman, I have to understand, that can do what her wants, and is not only listen what the men said, but the big woman have great personality and great strength. I translate this. Quello che dicevo è che quello che è venuto fuori parlando con le varie donne, è che con lei, con Alissa e con altre, per esempio con Rachele, quello che viene fuori è che queste persone, queste donne che si mettono in competizione, tirano fuori una forza e soprattutto una concezione di loro stesse che molte persone non hanno. Cioè, io ho visto mia moglie partorire e io sono quasi morto. Cioè, le donne sono 16 volte più forti degli uomini, dovrebbero avere coscienza e essere davvero indipendenti e capaci di fare le proprie scelte e veramente di farsi il culo e dimostrare a tutti quanto forti sono. Ok, sorry, I was translate that. This message that women are really strong, men that were racing, that's incredible.
You know, I will say that I feel mentally stronger than I ever have. I went through 37 hours of labor without medication. I went through 37 hours of labor without any medication. And I did a lot of meditation to prepare my mind to be able to do that. And that I can now use when I race. So I'm still building back physically, my physical fitness. I'm getting close, but I'm not totally back to where I was yet. But my mental toughness is greater than it was before. So like yesterday in my race, I pushed myself harder than I ever have in a race. Like I started seeing stars a little bit, not stars, but I was just a little woozy. And I think it's because my mental toughness was here. My physical toughness and my physical fitness isn't quite there yet. So I was able to use my mind to push myself beyond my physical limit. So once I get my physical fitness up to par, I'll be able to, I believe, race faster and harder than I ever have.
So the baby take out one part that you didn't know to have. So that's a good way. Ok, allora una cosa bellissima che mi ha detto che allora, il suo parto è durato 37 ore senza prendere nessuna medicazione, e nonostante che adesso non sia a livello fisico di prima, è più forte che mai mentalmente. Ieri ha fatto una gara di testa fortissima e ha detto delle volte era quasi stordita, si sentiva un pochino, vedeva un po' le stelle, e dice è andata molto oltre quanto potesse pensare, e dice questo è grazie al parto, al fatto dell'esperienza che ha avuto, e ciò che si collega al fatto che quando tornerà fisicamente al top sicuramente potrà fare molto meglio di prima. E questo è quello che passa. Now we translate what I'm saying. Un messaggio molto grande è che chi vince davvero le Spartan sono persone adulte che hanno esperienza e che sono mentalmente più forti. È la dimostrazione di quello che dicevo Eugenio, di quello che dicevano altre persone, che l'atleta più va avanti in questo sport e può durare molto di più perché sarà mentalmente più forte. I was talking with also athletes that are not that young, and the message that came out that this sport is different than other sport, like the age calm you down, because there is a mental toughness that you develop when that you grow up in the time. And for example, this guy that was the Italian champion that yesterday got 17 in World Championship, that is a huge for us, say that is becoming stronger year by year, and he can continue to racing till 40, 45, because he's not finished in the Spartan, because mentality, you are a bit stronger than people that will be 20.
Yes, I completely agree. There's a grittiness that you develop as you get older because of life experiences, right? And I feel like in this sport, the people who are in their 30s and 40s often do better than people in their 20s because people have, you know, they have more confidence. They've had to navigate life obstacles and learn to change plans in the middle of something and not get too phased by things not going perfectly. And so that ability to adapt on the fly and be mentally tough and know that no matter how hard something is, they're going to survive it because they've been through hard stuff before. That's powerful.
Quello che lei condivideva era questa cosa che più il tempo passa, più le persone diventano forti, e questo lo porta comunque ad affrontare la gara, perché le persone che competono maggiormente più forti sono tra i 30 e i 40 anni, sono persone che durante la gara sanno sviluppare comunque una capacità di adattamento e di affrontare le gare. Cioè, tenete presente, comunque una gara a ostacoli molto richiede tecnica e mentalità. Per esempio ieri, che è stato un freddo della Madonna, I will translate now, è stato un freddo della Madonna, se non eri mentalmente forte avresti lasciato la gara. Io ho sofferto per 7 miglia i mondiali, tremando, e se non fossi stato talmente forte, se non avessi avuto la mia famiglia qui, avrei lasciato la gara. What I'm saying that, for example, yesterday was a race really for the mind. Who won yesterday was a woman that was really strong, because the race, more in the woman that have long hair, was decided for the lake and the cold weather and the dunk wall. What happened to me that if I didn't have my family here, that there this energy, I don't know if I wasn't able to finish it, because my first 7 miles I was shaking for the cold. And this is what teach that the mental is really important in this sport. More for you that you're a woman that have long hair, everything, so you are more thin, and this will be important, that you have to be conscious that next year you can really challenge in the first.
Yes.
And if you can't win, but you can be in the first 10 without no problem, and in the world, not in the country.
Yeah, yeah.
Quello che dicevo, che conoscendo questa mentalità, lei il prossimo anno può competere e essere tra le prime 10 del mondo, cioè tranquillamente, perché la gara di ieri, soprattutto per una donna che è più magra, che ha i capelli lunghi, era molto più difficile. I think you agree with me that.
Yeah, so I was 5th place twice here. Then I had a baby, and I jogged it and was 166 2 months after having a baby. And then I came back, and yesterday I was 16th. So I'm working my way back, and my goal is to be back up in that top 5. My goal is to be better than I've ever been before, because I feel like I have less time to train, but I have more motivation. And if I'm away from my baby for an hour or 2 hours to train, I'm going to make that time count.
That's great. Quello che diceva, il suo obiettivo è tornare tra le prime 5 posizioni, e adesso è ancora più motivata perché dice, se dà via, sta 2 ore senza la figlia, è ancora più motivata a usare questo tempo nel modo migliore. Question: are you working?
I do a little bit of coaching online and a little bit of personal training in person, but mainly I am training, and anytime I'm not spending training, I'm hanging out with my baby.
Okay, and tell me, so are you like sponsors that support you?
Yeah, so I have Cliff Bar, who's awesome. I have Beat Elite by Human, and then I have Human Octane, which is a cool new racing compression gear. Human Octane.
Okay.
and it's my compression outfit that I wear while I race. So these 3 sponsors have been awesome, supporting me even while I was, pregnant and had a baby. So I really appreciate them, and they've made it possible for me to train as much as I train.
Fa un po' di coaching online, ho chiesto se lavora, scusate, fa del coaching online, un po' di personal training, ma soprattutto si allena e sta con la figlia. E ha questi 3 sponsor che sono la Cliff, la B-Elite e
Human Octane.
Human Active, che sono 3 sponsor che le permettono di avere questa vita. E questa è una cosa importante perché in Europa non abbiamo niente di simile. This is an important point because in Europe we don't have athletes only album that can live for the sponsor and they can train. And every time that I talk with the best athletes, say what is missing between you and the people? The time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure that in future we will have also the athletes the same, can train, just train, and I can guarantee that the world will change. And plus at that, the races are really different between Europe and the States.
Well, and also, it would be great to see the Spartan World Championship go to Europe, because you guys have to deal with time changes, expensive flights. I mean, it's a lot different for someone who lives in the States to like drive here or take a 2-hour plane ride. I mean, you guys have to come all the way over, and that's a big difference. So I would love to see the Spartan World Championship move to Europe, because there's a lot of people who come here from Europe, and give you guys a chance to, be in your own time zone and have more of an ability to be rested and really go out and race hard.
Quello che io facevo presente è quello che manca a noi, insomma, che gli atleti possano vivere di sport. Lei dice che le piacerebbe vedere un europeo, un mondiale in Europa, per vedere insomma com'è le persone con il proprio orario e non con il fuso orario americano, vedere un po' in Europa come si potrebbe sviluppare una cosa simile, e io sono assolutamente sicuro che i risultati cambierebbero tanto. I want to say that because the races are totally different, because here who won is the strongest athlete, because the race are almost on the street. The race technical is really easy here. In Europe are totally different. The race are totally technical, and who won, who is faster in that race. Because you can be great, but when you will find the mud till your knee, when you have to run like 2-3 miles in the river with the rocks, when you will have to be in the rocks, change everything, the situation change.
I went to the UK 2 years ago, and I went on a run with James Appleton.
Yeah.
He took my husband and me up on the fells. He took us on a ridge line where it was rocky. We were like, oh my gosh. It was totally different, a very different skill. So I see your point. It's not just you guys have to fly here, but it's also a different skill that's being rewarded here. That is, something that people here in the States are practicing more. So it would be great. It would feel more like a world championship if it was in different countries every year.
Quello che condividevo era la differenza del terreno che noi abbiamo, e io penso che qui, essendo molto facile le corse, non essendo tecniche, sono sicuro che se si trovassero a correre da noi avrebbero grosse difficoltà. E lei condivide, disse che è stata un paio di volte negli UK, era con John Appleton, e con Appleton si è ritrovata a fare dei sentieri molto difficili. Last question. Tell me some tip, advice that you can feel to say to people that are moms and want to race, some things that you made for planning. For example, the bucket carry. So, some tips, how to do.
I would say that if there's any way to do as much as possible at your own home. So if that means you have some weights at home that you work with, or you have a tree in your backyard and you can put some rings to do pull-ups on and stuff. It's just so nice to not have to leave your home, and then if you have a backyard and your kid can run around while you're doing push-ups and bear crawling, it just makes it so that you feel like you're with your kid, but you don't have to leave. And then it's great for your kid to watch you working out, because you're then such a good example.
Ok, l'ultima domanda che io ho fatto sono consigli per le madri e tutte le donne che insomma vogliono continuare a competere essendo madri. e quello che lei mi ha detto è che il suo consiglio è di cercare di allenarsi il più possibile a casa, avere dei pesi, degli anelli, delle strutture per potersi allenare così da non lasciare i figli da soli e in questo modo poterli seguire, non sentirsi soli e essere anche di ottimo esempio. Grazie tantissimo Rose, you are the best, you share really good energy and this is a really good for everybody. Thank you very much.
You,
I hope
Emmanuel.
to see you in Europe.
Yes.
And good luck because next year I want to see how you will get.
Thank you so much. Thank
Ciao a
you.
tutti ragazzi.
Grazie.